Welcome to Back Issue Classics, here inside the Pull Bag. TFG1Mike brings in a variety of hosts to cover many comics. We review stuff from DC, Marvel, IDW, Image, Zenescope, and more. So open your ears to hear our discussions on comics you might not have known about. It's all here inside the Pull Bag with Back Issue Classics.
Hello and welcome to the Pull Bag. This is Back Issue Classics, episode 39. I am one of your hosts, TFG1Mike. Joining me is Steve Megatron. Hello.
Good day, sir.
And we're done with the Mutanimals break, where Joe, Reed, and I talked about the IDW publishing TMNT Mutanimals 4-issue miniseries. We're getting back into Robyn Hood, and we're at yet again another one-shot here. We have Robyn Hood Age of Darkness. Last week we did Robyn Hood Volume 2, which is Wanted. Age of Darkness follows that, the events of that book. So let me ask you, sir, after reading all this stuff, and I know we still have one more trade to go with Legend, after reading all of this stuff, are you at all interested in anything else? Like, has reading this really piqued your interest into looking into what else Zenescope has to offer?
I mean, I'll check some of the stuff out, but I'm not 100%. I think the whole Robyn Hood thing resonates with me because I like the character of Robyn Hood.
Okay.
Whereas I know they do a lot of other female fairy tale characters.
Right.
But, like, I don't care about any of them. Just in the classic sense of the characters, not necessarily their character.
Right, yeah. The way that I've approached this is, yes, we have the classic characters, but they are putting such a twist on it. And most people, I don't know if I've even mentioned this in the 3 years the Pull Bag has been online, I am not into horror, people. At all. Horror movies is just not my thing at all. And Zenescope here has basically horrified twists and turns for their comics here, which is honestly nothing in this has really made me want to shy away from it. It's not your average crappy Saw movie, you know. So I think I said this last time in the Wanted episode. I'm pretty much all in. I will check out and try anything that they've got at least once. I do know I want to check out their Neverland series. They have 2 trades for Neverland. One is Neverland. The other one is Neverland Hook. So that'll be interesting. They're currently in production on 6 10th anniversary one-shot issues. I've checked out 3 of those so far. The Red Riding Hood one was awesome. So yeah, I'm pretty much like where certain other comic companies, DC, Marvel, have kind of, left me with like 2 or 3 titles that I actually like. Zenescope has actually got stuff that is pulling me into their world, and I think it's great. I think everybody should at least give this stuff a try. So, as I said, the Age of Darkness one-shot here for Robyn Hood. The story so far: after the Sheriff of Nottingham murdered Robyn's closest friend, Will Scarlet, Robyn was left broken and devastated. Soon after her defeat at the hands of the Sheriff, she was apprehended by the police and charged with murder and imprisoned. However, a secret government agency called Hibocorp contracted Robyn to join their Realm Knights team, and in exchange for an official pardon, Robyn reluctantly joined the Knights, but will her new lease on life ease the pain of her loss? Again, absolutely loving this series here. So Age of Darkness pretty much starts out where we're at she's in a dream sequence here, and we have zombie merry men. Did you ever think we would ever see zombified merry men?
That's actually kind of funny.
I will eat you in your sleep, precious.
Yes. So we have zombified merrymen, Tuck, Will Scarlet, coming up out of their graves. And we have so we've got that. And apparently it's a dream because she's in a helicopter with this government agency thing or whatever. And they're off to a mission to stop somebody or do something with...
Stop Mr. Satan.
Yes. The interesting thing here is, because this is... this one-shot is written by Patrick Shan, the writer of the overall series, obviously. The cool thing here is what he does with the government stuff. I absolutely love that. I thought that was great.
Robyn Hood in Suicide Squad. Where's Amanda Waller?
Yeah, really. Well, they kind of have a male version of her in here.
No, it's like Sam Jackson running around.
Where's my super suit?
But I love how Patrick Shan just basically Charlie Brown adult voices it up with government-y babble. I love that. That's awesome. So they're on a mission to find something or other, and the art in this is just amazing. I just love this art. And Robyn's having issues. She wants to go in first. Oh, they're hunting a Vela.
I'm really liking Robyn's suit in this.
Are you really?
Yeah, like the shiny aspect to it. It looks very superhero-esque.
Yeah. Yep. It looks like a cross between... It's almost like the... And I know people are going to kill me when I say this, but when you see her standing outside the helicopter before they go in the building, it almost looks like Green Arrow and Batman had a child with a suit, because it's half black, half green, and it changes color as the it looks like it part of her bodice changes color as we go through this. So we run into Avella, who is this witch, and this one shot basically is Robyn and Avella coming to some sort of agreement or whatever, because we get the story of Avella, basically she tells the story of how she has this curse put upon her, and the artwork is just so good. I love how Patrick Shan writes some of Robyn's lines, where she tells the government dog, "Stay, bitchcraft over here is mine," and all I'm thinking is like, oh my god. That's hilarious. So Avella and Robyn have a fight. They end up going back to Mist because Avella opens up a portal. Now, I know you're not too much of a fan of the portal jumping, and I told you last time there was going to be a lot of it in here.
Yeah, that to me would be the equivalent of, at least they don't do, time travel.
Yeah.
Pulling a Terminator. But they, the only thing that kind of bugs me about it is just the fact that it's kind of a MacGuffin. Jump between realities.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothers me. I mean, I don't think that it's necessarily bad because it's at least done tastefully in the way that they portrayed it here.
Yeah. So we jump back into Mist and we meet Cindy. Now, Cindy, I know, is going to be one of the other characters that gets a 10th anniversary one-shot. So we don't get a whole hell of a lot of Cindy here. At least coming into this as a one-shot, coming from us reading the Robyn Hood series, I have yet to read the Realm Knights trade paperbacks that Zenescope has done, so I'm not too sure on Cindy's characterization or, I know that's not Cinderella. I don't think that's supposed to... I could be wrong.
I think it looks like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
like if Snow White and Cinderella.
Yeah, that's true. Probably is. But it's just one of those things where I just wasn't really sure. Because this version of Cinderella is way dark. I mean, Cinderella with a sword. Holy crap, folks. So Cindy, Avella, and Robyn Hood have a little fight there, and we meet the Queen of Hearts, or the Queen of Darkness, or whatever.
The Queen from Hell.
Yeah.
It looks like what's that? Evelyn.
Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, her.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, Evelyn.
Yeah, it's a red version.
Skeletor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's sitting right next to her, actually. But I assume it is supposed to be the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland or something, or I don't know. Because I could have sworn Patrick Shand had her say off with their heads at some point in this. I don't think she does, but so this guy Malik is this super demon. Kind of looks like a red male version of Maleficent, if that's even possible. And apparently he has Avella under a spell. So he is essentially controlling Avella's every move. And once again, Robyn gets imprisoned. So this is like the 4th or the 5th time she's been in jail.
She's got frequent flyer miles for
jail cells. Yeah, exactly. I love the internal monologue here. Okay, so I have a temper. Now I'm gonna be smart. I just love that. So the queen comes and sees her and actually frees her while they have a discussion about the Dark Army and this, that, and the other thing and everything else. And so Robyn eventually ends up getting free and running after her weapons. At least they took her weapons away from her.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, because the queen wants her to really kill Cindy, or she wants her to basically enact her own plan. And we probably have the most scantily clad scene in the entire series to this point. We have Cindy in pretty much blue skimp with a red thong.
Nice.
Yeah. What? I'm just saying. I mean, come on. It's blue see-through. I mean,
then she's checking out her boobs in the mirror.
Yeah. Yep. Because she's waiting for Malik, and it ain't Malik.
Swing, bada, 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 bada.
Yeah.
Bloody nose. Bitch to the wall, then to the floor.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna make it through that entire match with a broken nose, unlike a certain wrestler did recently. Anyway, that'll go over your head. But anyway,
yeah, I know. I already read about it.
Okay. And people say John Cena's not a worker. Anyway,
but Hogan is.
We not going there on this show.
I know.
We're so not going there. So Robyn and Cindy have a heart-to-heart, and she does almost kill her, but she does leave her there. But not before what looks like kicking the crap out of her. We get Malik and Avella, and we get the whole origin of why Avella is tied to him, and we get Robyn trying to save Avella, apparently. We have her then facing an army of orcs, and then a whole other army of people. And we actually as Avella, there's a scene here where Avella hits her with a piece of magic that's going to actually teleport her. The way they do the lettering and the exclamation point, it reminds me of the old Metal Gear Solid game. I'm just waiting for the sound effect. That's all I'm waiting on now. Yeah, that. So Avella and Robyn escape. They have yet another battle. They then come to terms with each other. because they want to basically stop Gisborne and Malik and all this and all that. What do you think of the story so far in this one shot here?
I think it's pretty solid, and I like the art. I like the kind of back and forth of you don't know who to trust.
Mm-hmm.
And then Robin's kind of like, WTF, I'm just going to start killing all these people that are attacking me.
Well, it was a giant army of orcs. I mean, it's not like they're human or anything.
Yeah, they were manufactured.
Mm. So, Avella has Robin swear to her, her allegiance, and because she wants Avella to tell her what the Dark Horde is up to. And it shows that she whispers something, and I think if you zoom in enough on it, you can probably read what it says, but my eyes are so damn old I can't read that right now. And Robin has this shocked look on her face, and we get to the point where it says that she didn't know much, but she knows that the Horde is gathering the capital needed to fund an army. And we get back to the debriefing of the mission, and we then go back to the Queen with Avella. And Avella, the Queen sends her on yet another mission, this time to meet up with Gisborne, Guy of Gisborne and Maid Marian. We go back to Robin's apartment in New York, and she's getting in bed, relaxing, and we get back to the dream. And this is where the horror element comes in here, folks. I mean, don't get me wrong, Malik's demon form is a little scary, but it's honestly kind of like an adult version of the Powerpuff Girls villain, him. But anyway, so we get back to the dream, and, it's her and Will Scarlet and all them, and she ends up killing Will, and we have Malik and the Queen next to her, and she wakes up, and that's how it ends, because it ends on such a cliffhanger. Like, this is not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, no cliffhangers for me, please.
Oh, come on.
I don't like cliffhangers. Too many questions, not enough answers.
Well, we get answers.
I don't like waiting.
Oh, what do you mean waiting? We're gonna talk about it. Wait, I had come through this computer right now.
I'll strangle you first.
Right. The Age of Darkness one-shot was amazing battles, great storytelling, great character development for Avella. We actually get Avella's origin story as to why she is tied to this Malik guy. We see the Dark Queen, we see Robin in several different very awesome uniforms, because these aren't, what she's wearing in this one shot is not her standard uniform that she usually wears.
But it should be.
Oh, come on. That uniform at the end was pretty awesome. So we have that. Overall, I dug the Age of Darkness one shot. I thought it was really well put together. What about you?
I think it was really good. I liked a lot of the character designs, and I liked the kind of the way that kind of played out throughout the story. So,
absolutely. All right. What would you rate this one?
Just because it's a cliffhanger,
I'm
and because the portal jumping, I'm gonna give it a 4.
just going to give it a 4 on principle. I mean, I think it was really awesome. I almost want to give it a 4.5 for the cliffhanger, because up to this point, I don't remember, like, I read through all this stuff. I read through volume 1, 2, 3. I read through all of it before we even did the show. So I'm going back and rereading it, but I do not remember reading Age of Darkness. I probably did when I was going through and reading it, because when I talked to Patrick Shand on Twitter about it, because he's the author of the series, I asked him what the... Anyone that has listened to any of our Turtles podcasts with Joe Reed and I know that I am a stickler for continuity and being able to read comics in the order that the story goes. So I asked Patrick Shan, what's the order of the series, so I know, what to read first so I won't be lost. And he said, oh, well, this is the order. And I said, all right. But I honestly do not remember reading Age of Darkness the first time. I just don't remember it at all, reading it the first time. It's a good, solid title. I just don't know where my head was at the time.
He was in the sewers.
Yeah, probably.
Or in the other dimension.
That too. I do like the whole Robyn Avella team up. I thought that was really cool. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to give it a 4, is because these two would never normally team up, and we're going to get more of that next time when we talk about Robyn Hood Volume 3 Legend, which will actually end Robyn Hood Month here inside the Pull Bag. Do you have any final thoughts, sir, before we close this one out?
No, I like I said, I liked a lot of the stuff that had to do with everything else in the story, and the kind of intrapersonal battle in her head constantly going on, of whether she's good or bad.
Yeah, I love her internal monologues. Kind of reminds me of the old Nightwing internal monologues from when Kyle Higgins was writing the character before they turned him into a stupid copycat of Nick Fury. So, alright folks, that's going to do it for us here in the Full Bag. Where can people interact with you online, sir?
On the Twitters at SCP21.
Yep. You can follow at Geekcast Radio over there as well. Follow me, TFG1Mike. Make it your greatest escape in the comics, and we will catch you next time.
You've just heard the latest episode of the Pull Bag, the GCRN's comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate our show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Call the voicemail line, 502-526-5821. Please remember to tell us the show you were leaving the message for and your name. Become a fan of us on Facebook by searching Geekcast Radio Network. Send us an email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at geekcastradio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.